What's going on, YouTube? Another update out here in the greenhouse of all my superhots, all in these little totes and different containers. Got, as you can see, got some wind going on there. The fan that I normally turn off during the video, the ones in the background, all droopy like, getting some, well, a lot of the wind. But yeah, we'll get to them in a second. And turn this fan off and leave the other fan running. Right up front, got my MA Vortex, and it's got a little curly leaves, being stressed out, which is going to be fun when it comes to harvest time. But yeah, he's looking alrighty. My chocolate habanero has chocolate habaneros on it, a couple of them anyway. Some more buds up here. Oh, there's another one right there. My pink tiger in the background, I don't believe it has anything on it yet, and it's still acting droopy. Last night it was very perky, so it must have been pretty hot today. I mean, it was only, I don't know, I think it didn't even hit 90 today, so it's not that hot. Yellow maruga in the background with the little tiny frog hanging out on one of the branches. Yeah. Love that. We've got all kind of bugs and frogs and all kind of stuff in here helping me out, so got a bunch of helpers. Right next to it is my red petali. I went through and named them all before I even hit the record button, but as soon as you do, you forget. My little tiny, hey, check it out, there's a bunch of ants all over it. There's ants everywhere in here. Yeah, right here on my airline, they're just following them from bed to bed, doing ant stuff, so, but it's still being overshadowed by these other guys, so that's pretty good. It's taking advantage of that. Leaves are still kind of on the yellowing side. Not yellow, but light green. And but it's coming back pretty good, and it's got a whole pile of pods on it. There's one there. Try not to touch the plant. Try not to touch the plant. There's one down there, another one right over there that's caught up in the branches. That's funny. Another little tiny one way down in there. And I thought there was another big pod, but I'm not seeing it. Who else do we got here? My ghost. Oh, man. This is one of my little tiny ghosts. It lost a few leaves there, but it's starting to branch out real good here, and they seem to take off once they start. We'll get to that other guy here in a second. Right over here, my mean looking pods. Look at these guys. They're little stingers all on there already. I swear these pods just came out of nowhere in, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 days, and they've already got these little stinger looking things on there. But that would make sense, because I really never heard of this pepper plant until someone pointed it out, and this is a Butch T crossed with Douglah. So yeah, apparently it's got some heat. Back here, this little guy here, see, all the way from there, all the way over to here. Nice little guy's been topped. My red ghost, looking awesome. Not looking awesome still is my white peach back here, white peach ghost. Look at this pepper, this little pod on here. Does that not tell you that it is getting very angry with me? Like it's forming a stinger on there. So, we'll see how that goes. This little guy, same thing. So, I don't know, maybe it's not a white peach. I don't know, it's labeled white peach. But, yeah. But anyway, the top of it here has been coming back. Very good. It's nice and perky on top, so all of this droopiness down low, I'm thinking it's just going to come back. And it does start looking a lot better at night. But another pod right back here, and again, it's got a little stinger looking thing. Alright, let's move on to another one. Another white peach. He's looking very perky, although it's being overshadowed over here by this bigger guy. But it's got some pods coming on, and they look kind of similar. Here's another one right over here. And I guess that's it. Yeah. St. Thomas Bane here. That really shows up. Look at all the little pods on there. They're little tiny little guys. They're not very big, but I've been waiting for them to go all the way purple. JT said they go to red, but I'm waiting for them to go all the way purple and then try them. I tried one where they had, I mean, all the undersides have this green stripe, And I tried one like that. It has a little heat to it. Oh, look, there's a little tiny one. Nice. But it's all loaded up, all over the place. But I'm just waiting for that one to go, not have a green stripe on it there like that. That one has one. I mean, every single one on the underside has it. I just checked it before. Come on, prove me wrong. Ah, no, every single one of them have a green on there. But, yeah, once they go all purple, I definitely want to try them then. When they go red, I want to try them then, too. See what all the difference is. My lemon drop here, I swear, this thing... see if I can see where I topped it. Right there. This thing really is not done much. It was in the hydro tube. But down here, it's got all kind of new growth on the bottom, and I swear that is doing actually, you know, something better than the whole top. Plus all this growth here in the center. So, I don't know, maybe the top is canopying it and protecting it from the heat. It has been well over 100 degrees in this greenhouse, pretty much for the last week or so, something like that. So these guys are taking a pretty good hit, and even some of these well hardened off plants, here we go, are, I believe, getting a little bit of sunburn there, curling of the leaves. This big guy back here, my mystery plant, look at all the curling leaves on that guy. Dead branch was above that 2x4 2 nights ago. Last night when I came out, it was all curled up like this. So, I don't know. I think it just got too much sun, just like everybody else. But it's pretty gigantic here. And I got a good chuckle at myself because I was freaking out because I saw this because it was all droopy, and now I could actually see in on the stem and stuff. I saw that part that's all cut off, and I got so mad. I was like, oh, the grasshoppers are back. They're like gonna clean me out. And then I remembered this gigantic stalk and everything. That's where I topped it. And the rest is all the... no, wait. Is that where I topped it? No, I don't think I did top that. Alright, now the mystery's back on. I didn't top that thing. That is one big giant... move this leaf here. One big giant stem there that goes all the way up and then wise there. So yeah, maybe I didn't top it. I swear I did. But, alright. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at that more. So, yeah. LOL at me for LOLing at me. Anyway, in the back, that is definitely a white peach. And that guy, he's like the winner of the greenhouse so far. His leaves are all the way over here. Wasp going back to the nest over here. Oh, look at that, they're all active. Do stuff, little guys. But anyway, it goes from all the way over here, all the way over to here. So, wow, that is pretty far. That's a 4-foot span right here, and that's a 4-foot span right there. Or no, that's 3-foot span right there, 4 foot tall. So, yeah, it's coming up on, I don't know, a big amount. Anyway, it does have some pods on here. Nice little white peach there. Another one right over here. But not a lot. It's been spending all of its time just trying to get big. There's some more buds popping out up here. But, I mean, it's gigantic. Look at this freaking thing. But anyway, below it there is caramel moruga. And it's looking nice. A little bit of what looks like sunburn up in there. But it's got pods too. Right there. Another one. Right there. Looking very nice. Yeah, my red ghost up front, it's another big one. It's all the way over here, and it goes so far I had to prop it up on this light to keep from overshadowing the other red ghost, and it's growing out into the walkway over here. So it is just gigantic. Going nuts. Got a little pest damage. I think that happened a couple weeks ago. Haven't really been seeing any grasshoppers since I sealed up the greenhouse. But I'm looking real quick right now, and on this red ghost, I'm seeing just a few buds right up here starting to form. But nothing really to show off. So it's been spending all its time just shooting up, and it was topped. As you can see, tons of growth down below too. Right over here, another red ghost. This guy's actually producing. This guy was topped as well. And more buds right over here. And right behind it, ooh, talk about taking a hit this week. This is the Carolina Reaper, and it was loving life, and oh, it still does have these buds here. I was gonna say, we gotta check and see, because I bet with all this heat and stress and all that, it's not, it still doesn't have the buds on there, but nope, those ones are there. Here's another one right up here, but the leaves are not looking that hot, especially down here. But, who else do we have up? Go to the MA Vortex, looking nice and tall, nothing really to show off here. Getting ready to start budding, but not doing it yet. Ugh. Here's another one that's bad. It comes all the way out here. It's another big old guy, but look how droopy that thing is. Real droopy. As you can see, we got a couple pods right down here. And look, as they get so stressed, they start to like form tails and stuff. It's kind of worrying me. Right over here, got another two. Good. And that is the one I've been showing pictures of. That was turning. It's still not completely turned, but as you can see on the underside, still, oh, good. On the camera, it shows up real green. Real life, it doesn't look that green, but it doesn't look that peachy on the top, so got a nice little balance there. But that one's looking pretty bad. One thing I have been doing, let's see, yeah, you can see the soil's wet. I have been just getting a half cup of water and just dumping it in there from the top, letting it drain through, and it seems to help, especially when you do it at night. But yeah, it helped earlier in the season, a bunch of videos ago, but definitely at night it seems to work a lot better. My red fatale, look at that little guy, looking awesome. Another red fatale right over here, looking very nice. None of these seem to be taking a hit. My chocolate habanero just has habaneros everywhere. There's a little guy right there. Oh, I didn't have that one in the shot. There's another one right back here. Another little guy. Another one right over here. All looking really nice. That's probably the biggest one right there. But another little guy down here. But not bad for, I mean, it's not that big of a plant yet. Ahi pineapple. Look at this sucker. Look at these. Got all kind of pods on here already. This is one of the ones that are on my must-try list. I cannot wait for these guys. But now it finally started producing, and it's got pods everywhere on here. So, and as you can see, it's pretty tall. Not very many leaves down below. I can't remember when this happened. I think that was a little while ago. But yeah, not topped, and it's just going to town. Did I show this one? And more buds right over here. But anyway, that was these guys. So, you get, yeah, that one. That one's the mystery one to me. Gonna get on that soon. Yeah. Oh, yeah, before I turn the fan off, I wanted to show off my pink tiger there, blowing in the breeze. This is what I get to look at every time I walk into the greenhouse. And, yeah, I get to see the pink tiger there. And if you look all the way down, actually, let me see if I can zoom all the way down. You can see the leaves are moving way down there too on those plants. So this fan has probably been helping these guys. Plus it's sucking in outside air, instead of, you know, circulating greenhouse air that's already hot. But yeah, so here's my pink tiger, the other one. And this guy is over here. It's been topped. I mean, tons of growth, all kind of branches. This one like overshadows the sugar rush over here, and it's growing very tall, and it's almost touching that 4-foot 2x4. That is 4 foot tall right there. Oh man, good question. Is it 4 foot to here, or is it 4 foot to here? Either way, it's getting very close, and the toad is 1 foot. So, I mean, it's coming up on 3 foot there. But it's just starting to bud. Just finally decided to. Was that the only one? The heat might have knocked off some of them. Alright, well that was fun. There's one. Yeah, Sugar Rush, it's kind of taking a hit here in the heat too. And look at this. Now the Sugar Rush is forming little stinger looking tails on it, on a bunch of the pods. So I don't know if that's making it hotter. Now look at this one. It's like kind of shriveling up and starting to look like, I don't know, an orange reaper. Not that bad, not bumpy or anything, but look at this little guy. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Why won't you focus, camera? Come on, man. Look. Look. Come on. Jeez, oh man. Okay, you can imagine what it would be like if it would focus. This guy, still sticking up upside down, starting to shrivel up. Another little guy back here with a tail starting to form. I mean, they're all over. Another little guy right up here. Look at that little tail on him. Very weird. All the Sugar Rush I've seen really haven't looked like that. But, I don't know. Right over here, we've got my Dragon Cayenne. Look at this plant, man. I mean, it is just gigantic. There are pods everywhere on this thing. So, yeah. I mean, if you want a good producer, I mean, I grew this last year, and even when I treated it really, really bad, it produced a lot of pods. That's, yeah, that is where I got this seed from. Was the one I had last year. But tons and tons of pods all over this thing. Right underneath of it, where it's being protected, kind of, by the canopy, is my Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion. It was topped, and it has been having a rough time, but it's coming back very nice. You can see we've got a bunch of green over there, and flowers, and all that stuff. But it's, I don't know, it's my special little guy. These guys, this is going to be a pain in the butt to go through these. These are all upside down. I actually had to write them on here, because, and then I had to move them. Because, remember last time I said that this is the one where the rip in the greenhouse drained right in here. I had to drill a new hole, drain hole, and or an overflow hole. Well, I did that, and because I did that, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to try something new. So I took everybody out of their big cups and put them into net cups, and yeah, the water level was way too low, so I had to switch beds with these guys, which was pretty easy, but just a pain in the butt. But you can see how high the water level is, and you can see the cup is just kind of floating there. That's how high the water level is, because it's right up to the bottom of these guys. The very first night, and granted, I did this in, well, during the day, like over 100 degrees in this greenhouse. Probably not the best of time to do that, but I got the idea and did it late at night, and I was like, oh man, it's only like 80 degrees. And then like the next day, it was like 100 and something in here, and a lot of them were really droopy because of transplanting. But they took to it very nice. Look at this guy right here, really taking off. I'd love to tell you who that is, but then I'd probably screw it up by looking on the wall. Because like I said, if you paused it earlier and tried to look at all the names, they're upside down and backwards. So, because I had to spin the whole thing because the airline is here and here. So if you get what I'm saying, like it had to flip around this way. Anyway, this is my Trinidad Scorpion right here, and it's actually just now, hey, look at that, got a ladybug. How you doing? Right up here, it's just now starting to fork and starting to bud. So I'm really, really excited about that guy, because that's my only one. I believe it's like Red Fatale, Yellow Brain Strain, Yellow Moruga, Red Fatale, My Chocolate Hob, Ghost Pepper. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, Trini, Yellow Brain Strain, Mother Chocolate Hob, Yellow Brain Strain, Red Fatale, or no, Ghost in the corner. And what? Red Fatale, My Chocolate Hob. So this is My Chocolate Hob? What? No, that's not right. This is Yellow Brain Strain? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I'll have to figure that out. That's not really, yeah. Alright. It's taking too long. Alright, over here we've got my Brazilian Brain Strain, and it is gigantic. Look at this thing. It's all the way out in the walkway, all the way over here touching the greenhouse. I mean, it is gigantic. Just starting to put off a flower right over here. But it did put off one pod right here so far. Another little flower right there. Right next to it, yellow maruga, yellow maruga. And it's still small, not topped, hanging around. Who else do we have over here? My ghost pepper. Look at this thing. This thing is gigantic. Look at that. I thought I saw a grasshopper by my foot. But look at that. Just grew up. It's got a little ghost popping off of there, not topped. And look, it's just budding all over the place. Flowers, another little pod right there, another little pod right there, another little pod right there. Tons of buds over here. I mean, it just wants to grow. What else do we have right here? Chocolate maruga, nice and small, just forked. So it's ready to start pushing some stuff out. Over here in the aeroponic type garden, we've got Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion starting to bud up really good. Right up here, I mean, tons and tons and tons of buds all over the place up here. So it's just now starting to take off. I've had a hunch that this might be my little contest entry here, but I've been holding out on saying which one I actually want to use on my Ghost Pepper Challenge over on the Pepper Lovers Forum. Right here, I got my yellow brain strain, still changing, greenish, but yellow on top. Another little guy right behind it doing the same thing. This guy over here is doing it too. Don't get that. Another one in the background. Another one right over there, nice and green. Another one right here. Hey. Sure, I'm missing some, and as always, on all of them, we're dropping leaves all the time. Another ghost, just forked. And look at that. It's starting to go nuts with the flowers and buds all over the place. This is the one I've been taking pictures of. And last night I came out and I counted 23 pods on here, but I'm counting ones that are like this. They drop their flower. I'm not counting this one here that still has a flower that's about to drop off, but ones like this with the little line, I'm counting them because the flower dropped off and it is a pod and it's forming. But I counted 23 on this thing, and as you can see, it doesn't really look like I'm lying. There's more all the way up here, over here, and big, not big pods, but bigger pods and everything like that. Got bigger pods down here that look like they're trying to form a stinger on me too. Another one right over here. More right over here. Another big old guy. Got a leaf in the way. Looks like it's trying to form a stinger. Another one right up here, over there. I mean, they're all over the place. Little tiny ones like this guy. That looks just like, oh, well, that one dropped its flower. But yeah, tons and tons of pods on that. And then we come over to my Carolina Reaper. And the one thing in the garden that's supposed to have a tail doesn't really have a tail, but you can see it looks like it's puckering up. This little pod right over here kind of looks like it wants to. This guy right over here definitely looks like it will if it gets bigger. This guy looks like it was trying. Another two right back here definitely look like they're trying. This guy right over here, nothing like everybody else in the greenhouse, but you know, they're trying, I guess. More leaves falling off here, but right over here, my habanero, look at that, all loaded up. Tons and tons of fruit all over that guy. Yeah. And whoop, more leaves falling off. What about you? You want to fall off too? No? Yeah, that's just a habanero. Nothing special about that, besides being a habanero. But it's looking very nice. Hey, look at that. My sweet apple is looking a little wilty back here. First time, but look at all the pods on here. Very beautiful. I still can't believe that. 3 pods from one little area. That's never happened to me before. Here's 2 up here. Another little guy right over here, there. Another guy right over there. Over here. Guy in the background. Another one right down here. So awesome. This is the guy way back. I'm still paranoid about it. Way back when I had a snail that made it all the way up to the cup and was trying to get into the cup. So every time I try to check him, more than all the others, I don't know why, probably less probable that they would get to the same cup again, but you know me. Here we go, yellow maruga, looking very nice. Save the big pods for last. Look at the size of this pod, man. It's very mean. Bottom sunken in a little bit right here. Same thing with this guy. Whoa, man, that guy looking mean. Last two. Right over here, got another yellow moruga. It's got some nice big pods on it. Got a spider on the camera. Another little yellow moruga right there. And last but not least is my MA Vortex. Right. And I didn't top it. Look at that. I got my very first MA Vortex right there. Coming on in. But it's just forked for the first time. And it's just now putting out flowers and buds right off the top. And I don't know how the heck I missed that it threw up a bud, a flower, and now a pod all right here. But somehow I missed that. So that was like just the last couple days. So that is very neat. Alright, well, it's starting to get a little warm in here. And that was all of my little baby peppers. Like I said, some of them are taking a hit, not looking so hot, but they're all surviving. Just hoping for a bunch of rainy days all in a row. That way they can acclimate and hopefully be their very best. Alright, well, that was my look around all the superhots. Don't forget to throw me a thumbs up if you thought this was fun. And don't forget to subscribe and all that stuff. Come back and check out what else I got going on in the greenhouse. Always got, this is Monday's update with the superhots. Always we got Tuesdays with the hot tub aquaponic garden, Thursdays with the lava rock aquaponic garden, and that gigantic hydro tube with all that growth back there is always on Fridays. So make sure you come back, check all that stuff out. So hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next video. Till then, later.